It's time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJShow to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and he loves to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Alrighty, hello and welcome to the weekend. It is the KVJ Show. It got chilly again.
It did, but it's Friday.
It is Friday, you're right.
It can be whatever it wants on a Friday.
Yeah, I cannot keep track. Every single day this week, you've had to pay attention to what you're going to wear because the weather is reflecting it. And it's a chilly one again today.
I'm just glad that everybody gets to experience menopause like I've been going through.
It really does feel like that. Mother Nature is going through it.
Welcome to menopause.
I don't know what that means for the rest of us. I've seen what happens to a real woman. Mother Nature, my goodness. That's going to be rough. It is 41 degrees outside right now, which is not as chilly as what we have, but it's still, well, it's a little cool.
It is.
I guess to say the least. It's not going to last long, though. It's only going to get to 65 today, but then by tomorrow, we're up to 73 for the KVJ Volunteer Army street cleanup. So it should be beautiful tomorrow. Looks like it's going to be clear and sunny. It's going to be a beautiful morning.
That is nice weather.
Yeah, as we all congregate at 8 a.m. to come clean the streets with Bluebird Kids Health.
I got so much great exercise last time because when I saw trash, I had these big industrial gloves on.
Yeah.
Instead of using the pickup sticks, I would use my hands, but I'd do a squat each time. Ooh, it was good for my little butt muscle.
So I've noticed that you've kind of worked this in. People may not realize, but when you go to the bathroom here, we've got a pretty good, probably I'd say 25-yard walk down to our bathrooms. That's after you hit the hallway. And your strategy is you decide to squat.
I do lunges and squats the whole way there and the whole way back.
And it takes you like 10 minutes to go pee.
It does.
Okay.
So everybody at work thinks I'm pooping. I swear I'm not pooping. I'm just doing lunges.
So do you do this like everywhere? Is this just at work? Because you're talking about you're doing street cleanups, you're working exercises in there.
Yes.
I mean, when you're around your house, are you just walking up and down the stairs? Like, what are you doing here?
I do shower.
Virginia workout?
I do shower Pilates now.
Okay.
Where I do all kinds of little exercises in the shower.
Okay.
I try to maximize every time when people can't see me. I don't do it like in Walmart when
Right.
people are going to see me. But in the shower and the hallway here at work, I'm just trying to maximize my time and keep my butt from hitting the back of my kneecap.
Let me tell you, you're an inspiration. Denny's, are you still doing your ankle exercises? I know Denny's has some interesting things that he's doing as well.
Denny's and I talked about shower exercises like 2 years ago, and we both were like, oh my gosh, we're doing the same thing. He does squats and all that in the shower too.
Yeah, okay.
I do a lot of my workout in the shower since I'm in there anyway, standing.
How many squats are we talking? And what are you doing? Are you sudsing up the entire time, or do you stop?
I do it in
sudsing?
between.
Okay.
In between, I'll start. I'll do my hair, and then I'll do a couple squats, and then I'll move on to another region. Do
Like
a couple
how many
squats.
squats?
Man, I can do a lot of squats now.
Wow, okay, so it's effective then. You're seeing the results.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I can do 15 full squats in the service elevator from the time on the ground floor up to our 5th floor offices. Girl, we are maximizing over here.
Yeah, well, Virginia inspired me because when I walk the dog now, in the field that I walk the dog, I do those lunges all the way around.
Yes, Denny's.
Okay, so
Keep
you're
that
doing
thing
as well.
high and tight.
What about your ankle exercise? I know you're a big proponent for ankle health.
Ankle and wrist. I think both of those are good.
And
Yeah.
also stretching. We gotta be stretching.
Okay.
I do lots of stretching, and that's all to help the circulation. That's why it's important about the ankle and the wrist, because your blood goes to the end, and then you need enough pressure to push it back to your heart.
Yes.
So you got to keep the circulation flowing.
Okay.
Push that blood.
Yeah, Denny's was hitting me up the other day about the importance of grip strength. Now, do you actually have like the hand grippers and are building your grip strength that way? Because apparently it is the number one determinant for longevity.
Oh my gosh. Denny's, you've just added a new exercise to my repertoire now.
Yep.
Yeah, according to the article I read, it's the most important indicator for how long you're going to live.
What?
Yeah.
Grip strength?
Grip strength, yeah.
To have good grip strength, it requires good core strength.
Boy.
So yeah, they say, but it's funny because
All right. Now you're going to see me as I'm doing the lunges, doing some kind of weird grip exercise.
yeah, I got one of those little squeeze balls I have at my desk at home.
Oh, is that the best way?
There's way better things out there. They have different workout things you can get.
All right, I'm going to get them.
Yeah, so many people have different little ways of working out. In fact, our program director, David, he has got one of these things on his desk, and I've seen other people have it, where it lifts your whole desk up. And so now you stand, I guess because we've demonized sitting because of blood clots and poor circulation.
Yes. So my girlfriend has this, a standing desk.
Yeah.
And you know what she bought? She bought one of those vibrating, shaky things that you stand on.
Right.
And so you have to like maintain your core as you're standing there doing your work on your computer. She's also like doing this exercise that makes her keep her core tight. She says she has noticed such a difference. That shaky plate that you stand on is like supposed to be great for circulation and overall health. I'm like, ooh, I want a shaky plate.
So in a sense, your entire day becomes a continual workout.
Why not?
Yeah, you're right.
If you're just standing there anyway, tip-tapping on your computer like a slave to the man, you might as well do something healthy.
Yeah. Got somebody in our chat, they say, I do squats while I brush my teeth.
Oh, that's brilliant. I'm so happy. I'm gonna add that.
You're going to add that, okay.
I'm going to add that.
Brushing
That's
squats.
a great idea.
I had no idea this is such a thing. It's pretty interesting.
Sometimes I'll like test myself and I'll go to the bathroom and I'll not sit. I'll just squat the whole time.
Okay.
But you have to be really careful and you have to be really good with your aim. Otherwise, you're going to pee all over the seat. But how many squats can you do while you're peeing? That's another thing that's fun.
How about that? Somebody said my husband has grip strength trainers we got on Amazon from 20 pounds to 250 pounds, and he keeps them on his desk, and he swears by it. So whatever he's doing all day long, he's working on that grip strength.
All right, Denny's.
We got to order it.
We got to order it. We're just trying to hold it together.
I hear you. Well, you both sound like you're doing an amazing job with it.
We're psycho.
Yeah.
Oh, when I run into our coworkers in the hall, sometimes I'll be doing like these lifts over my head while I'm squatting. They just look at me like this psychopath. And I know there's cameras and I know there's screens and I know the other shows can see me, but I don't care.
Right. You're just going to do it anyway.
I'm leaning into psychopath.
Okay. Well, go for it, Virginia. When you have it, own it. It fits you well.
It does. I wear psychopath like a cute coat.
They say that this weekend, about half of Americans are going to be watching the Super Bowl on Sunday.
I mean, I say I don't care, but I know my husband's going to put it on, and I'm going to be milling around the house, cleaning up, doing laundry, and I will pay attention.
Yeah, I think it's one of those cultural phenomenons, even if you don't necessarily have a team in it and you don't love sports.
And you're salty because you really wanted your team or your husband's team to be in it.
Right. And they're not. Yeah, I get all that. But people still somehow dial in. 343 million people is the U.S. population. So, you're talking a good chunk of people, like 170 million people, they think at least in some form will be checking it out. So it's pretty good numbers. Now, do Americans care about who wins? Almost half of us do not. 47% are like, I don't care.
I think I forgot who's in it. The Patriots and who? Seahawks. Yeah, I mean, I got nothing there.
Yeah, I wonder how many people, if you just went up to people on the street and asked them, who's in the Super Bowl, how many people could quickly and easily identify? I mean, I'm the same way. I had to think a little bit, be like, okay, wait, who is in it?
I only know the Patriots are in it because of Cardi B.
Right.
If you would have held a gun to my head just now and told me that I had to give you the other team, I don't know if I would have come up with Seahawks.
Yeah. Yeah, now in South Florida, I know we got a lot of people from the New England area, but obviously Dolphins fans. I assume you're not going to be rooting for the Patriots?
No, I don't think anybody in their division is happy to see the Patriots back in it. I mean, the Patriots fans are very happy, but anybody who plays against them's got to be like, really? Again?
Oh, I know.
How? How can you build a dynasty back so quick?
Oh, I'm definitely that way. They say 29% are rooting for the Seahawks. So I think a majority of Americans, if you do care, you're just tired of seeing the Patriots win.
You're just rooting against the Patriots.
Right.
All right, I get it.
16% are going for New England. That's kind of how it breaks down right now.
Yeah, I mean, I do have some Patriots fan friends, and I'd like to see them happy. So, who cares?
Okay. Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah, our numbers are pretty much matching exactly what the national average is, except we got a lot more people rooting for the Seahawks here. 46% don't care, 42% are going for the Seahawks, and only 12% for the Patriots.
Okay, wow, that's skewed.
Yeah, but they keep on winning. That coach we were talking about yesterday on the After the Show, his name is Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, you're like, he's a man's man.
He is a man's man. He was talking about what he would do, including removing half of his member if he could win the Super Bowl. Which
Dude.
I don't know if I've ever heard a Super Bowl coach say that.
Reel it in.
He continues to win. He was named the Coach of the Year in the NFL. So stepped right in, kind of reorganized what was a dysfunctional team last year and got him to the Super Bowl. So I guess that's probably worthy of it.
I guess he knows what he's doing. That is true.
Yeah, his quarterback finished second in the MVP voting. Matthew Stafford is the one who wound up winning it. So,
who, in your opinion, is the best quarterback in the NFL? Is it Matthew Stafford?
I like the Bills quarterback a lot. I like Josh Allen.
I do too. I think he's a sweet pea.
Maybe it's just too much. I'm rooting for your husband because I know he's a Bills fan.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thank you for supporting our family.
I'm trying.
We are over here struggling.
I'm doing my best. And did you see that the old Patriots coach, Bill Belichick, he didn't get into the Hall of Fame on the first ballot?
Yeah, his girl Jordan's all over social media trolling
the
NFL Hall of Fame.
So I guess she's going to be throwing a huge bash for him on the same day as the Football Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
Wow.
That's her little troll job.
There's social media something that she posted that due to unforeseen circumstances, your tickets are not going to be available for the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. And she's like, oh, really? Unforeseen circumstances? And she's putting that everywhere.
Oh, wow. So they took his tickets away from him?
That's what it looks like.
Wow. Okay.
It's very fascinating how involved she is in his football career.
Right. What a weird flex.
What a weird flex.
Mm-hmm. A lot of these Super Bowl commercials have come out. I haven't really cared, but there is one that I think is pretty good. Brilliant what they did with 50 Cent. And if anybody could pull off one, I think this is the only one that really has kind of come across my radar. I was like, okay, that's kind of good. So we got to talk about that a little bit. And it all revolves around his ongoing beefs.
You mean the DoorDash one?
Yeah.
It's layered.
It is. So 50 Cent with beef and DoorDash, it all comes together. We'll get to that coming up here on the KVJ show. But it's not just Super Bowl weekend. The Olympics kick off today as well. Did
you see Snoop Dogg riding around on the Zamboni?
What I saw was Snoop Dogg on a sled. Did he also get on the Zamboni?
He did.
Okay. Yeah, I saw him a couple days ago. He had the torch. He was, going through the streets there in Italy.
Lighting a blunt off the torch.
Did he really?
No, I don't know. I just made that up.
He should have.
He should have.
I don't know if they'd have let him. I imagine if they had any instructions like, dude,
please don't.
We get your act, but you just can't.
You know what?
It's the Olympics.
Do it at the end.
Right.
When they can't fire you.
Right. Yeah, so he was on some little sled and then just kind of going down a little bit of a hill.
Bobsled?
Yeah. But it's kind of funny when you see a city guy trying to do some of the country stuff.
I love
Getting
it.
on a sled and snowing. He didn't grow up around snow and hills. Well, you got a lot of sports stuff is going to be going on this weekend between the Olympics starting tonight, the opening ceremonies. Do you like watching that, Virginia? Does that ever draw you in?
Sometimes. I'm all about the story. If there's a cool story, I'll watch.
Okay.
Or if Snoop Dogg is on a bobsled, I will also watch that because that's kind of amazing. Anything he does, sign me up.
Yeah, no, you're right. He's definitely an entertaining dude. So, yeah, that's going to be going on. Of course, as we mentioned, the Super Bowl is going to be happening on Sunday. I know a lot of people are going to be checking that out. There are going to be some watch parties. Would you rather watch it at home or do you like being out when you're checking out the Super Bowl?
I don't know. Doing shots and drinking beers could be fun watching the Olympics.
Yeah.
If you're cheering for the American and they're going up against some powerhouse team, that's fun.
Yeah. There will be some places that will have some watch parties if you're going to go out. A lot of the staples, if you're going to be at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, as you can imagine, Dare Nightclub, they're going to be doing a big old watch party. It's going to be going on Sunday.
Can you bet on the Olympics?
You can, I bet.
You can bet on everything now.
You can bet, yeah. I would imagine that that's definitely something you could do.
Interesting, yeah. So the Hard Rock is a great place to go.
Right, absolutely. So, yeah, that's one thing to check out. I know on Del Rey and Atlantic Avenue, too, they have a lot of places that you can go to check out the game. So everything from Throw Social is going to have stuff. Tin Roof is going to have some stuff that's going on. So, yeah, so you got a lot of opportunities to go watch it there if you want to go out.
Oh, and the weather's going to be perfect for a lot of those Atlantic Ave bars that are like indoor, outdoor, patio. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is great.
Yeah, and honestly, that's really, I mean, the biggest stuff is going to be those two events this weekend. I mean, there's a couple other things that are kind of happening. One that kind of stood out to me was the Manatee Fest. 10th anniversary is going to be happening at Manatee Lagoon. That is going to be tomorrow morning.
That's a great place to bring the family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and right now the manatees, because the water is a little bit colder, they've been congregating all around there. So you'll be able to see a ton of manatees, you would think, if it's still a little chilly. They've also got a couple other fun things this weekend. Pizza Fest is going to be going on at the park at Esplanade Park there in Fort Lauderdale.
I saw that.
Yes. So that could be interesting. They got a whole bunch of different pizzerias from Broward County going to be a part of that.
I love it.
On Saturday to check out. They got a Bacon Burger and Beer Festival happening at Causeway Cove Marina in Fort Pierce this weekend. Your Ren Fest is going on second weekend for that. And Polo is going to be happening this Sunday as well. But really, I think pretty much everything is all about the Super Bowl and the Olympics. So not a ton of stuff otherwise is going to be going on. Did you ever have a dumb fight with one of your siblings? And can you remember maybe the dumbest thing that you got into a fight about?
No, I don't think we've had a lot of dumb fights. I'm very, very lucky.
Okay.
I got cool siblings. I'm the one you got to watch out for.
You're the one that's a little squirrely.
All of my, at least my female siblings are very level-headed and sweet and wonderful.
Well, I thought this was probably one of the more ridiculous fights that I'd heard of. These were two siblings that actually warranted a police call.
Oh, damn.
And what's great is what was causing the fight.
I got a domestic in progress. No weapons, no intoxications. 800 Rural Ave, 800 Rural Ave. It is between siblings over who ate the last sticky bun. Now they're threatening to kill each other.
I mean, over who ate the last sticky bun, and now they're threatening to kill each other.
Kevin, I get it. I mean, some of these sticky buns are real good.
I mean, that is absolutely amazing. They're going to kill each other over sticky buns. Wow. See, I'm an only child, so for me, I have not ever had these kind of silly squabbles, so I don't know what it's all about.
I don't have any beef with any of my female siblings. It's only the dudes that disappoint me.
Oh, that's it, huh?
Yeah.
It's the guys.
On both sides, on my mom's side and my dad's side, the dudes they don't do it right sometimes.
Okay, it's never the ladies. Every single female in your family is absolutely perfect.
Perfection.
Wow. Gosh, it must be amazing, huh? Have such perfect ladies in one family.
I'm the squirreliest by far.
All the sins were dumped into you.
Yes.
So everybody else can be pure.
Yes.
I assume when you got siblings, that's a big fight, though, because you have food and you are always probably trying to get one up on your siblings. And so when you see the last, you're going to take it and not even think about it.
There's a lot of sharing issues, especially if you're close in age.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that just from the stories I've heard about people with siblings. And this is another one with sharing. I thought this is classic. One text that we got about your dumbest sibling feud. She said, my sister and I, we got into a fight over shoes. We were down on Clematis Street in downtown West Palm Beach, and she was tired of walking in her high heels. So I said, okay, you can borrow my shoes. But later on, I said, hey, can I get my shoes back? And she would not give them back. So after I asked and she denied me, I flipped her on her back in the bar we were in, and I took the shoes off her feet myself. Can you imagine if you looked over and you saw she go, oh, bam, and slam somebody down and rip the shoes off their feet? Be like, this is great.
The Kardashians have fought each other like that. I don't know if you've seen clips of them just slugging it out.
No, I have not.
It's real. Look it up on YouTube. Kardashian fist fight.
What do they fight over? Like who took the last of the mascara?
Clothes.
Clothes. Oh, really?
Lots of fights about clothes. Like they talk about how when they were in high school, like knockdown drag-outs.
So if somebody wears somebody's stuff,
yes,
somebody's going to be throwing fists on something like that. Okay.
Me and my sister were like 5 years apart. So we didn't really share
Right, okay.
clothes. Like, I guess I'm lucky in that respect. When you
Right.
have a close sibling that's a girl,
Sure.
fighting about clothes probably gets brutal.
Yeah. Oh, I could see that. Yeah, she said we got kicked out of the bar, but I got my comfy shoes back. So she said it was all worth it.
I had a friend who had a sister close in age. Rebecca was my friend, and her sister was Nancy. And Rebecca would steal Nancy's clothes out of her closet. Nancy would chase Rebecca around with a knife. Like, it was no
Really?
joke.
Wow.
Like, she was
Yeah.
going to cut her for taking her clothes.
Crazy. Crazy how these fights can get out of control. And, a lot of times it's not even just the siblings fighting. They're looking at kids who fight their parents. Did you ever get into it physically with one of your parents?
I tried to sneak out one time, and my mom busted me, and she sat on me and wouldn't let me get up, like physically sat on me until I calmed down from trying to like sneak out and get busted. I will never forget that.
Yeah.
Big Linda wasn't playing.
They did a study and they found that 32.5% of young people physically attack their parents at least once between the ages of 11 and 24, which is kind of crazy. They say violence peaked at the age of 13 when 15% reported hitting, kicking, or throwing objects at parents.
Yeah, hormones, man. And your frontal lobe is not formed and you're making bad decisions.
Yeah.
I remember I wanted to sneak out because I wanted to go run the streets. I was for the streets when I was in high school. I was wild. And my mom busted me trying to sneak out the window and sat on me. And I was pissed.
Yeah, they said that men are slightly more likely to engage in fights with parents, 36% versus 29% for females. But I didn't know that the ladies would get so squirrely
Hormones.
and attack their parents.
It's terrible.
That's pretty crazy and high numbers. So, yeah, it does happen. So if you've had that in your house. Now, it was kind of the other way around. My mom was the one who would, she believed in, firm parenting. And she came after me several times.
And you didn't dare try to retaliate. You just had to take it and run.
Well, no, I mean, honestly, and it just usually would make me laugh, which...
Oh, that would make her so mad.
Yes. And my mom was my French teacher in high school. And we had these things. It was called a lab where you would listen to a tape and you're supposed to be talking back to it. And the teacher could listen in on how the kids were doing. Well, of course, I'm in there and I'm not doing French. I'm beatboxing. And I saw her slam her headphones down and she came over the desk at me and she was choking me out in my chair.
What were the other kids
They were
doing?
like, oh my gosh. She was, I was like, and I'm laughing.
But in the 80s, like, that was okay. The other teachers and the administration was probably like, that's her son.
Yes, that was it. They came in and they pulled my mom off and then just let us go about our business like it was nothing.
They're like, what'd you do, Kevin?
That was pretty much it. And I probably deserved it, but
Beatboxing.
could you imagine seeing a teacher coming over a desk and choking her son out?
The 80s was like, nah, it's fine. He'll be fine.
Yeah, the 80s going 80s.
He'll walk it off. He just got choked.
That's about it. I remember as a kid, I think it was Saturday nights, they used to have the Muppet Show on. And so I'm kind of curious of the strategy that they have now because they put it on Wednesday night. Is that the right night of the week to put on the Muppet Show? And maybe we're just different in what our society's like now than on Saturday nights. I'm sure that they've looked at the numbers and said it's not now the family night it used to be. I don't know.
Well, there's so much on-demand watching now, too. Like, we didn't watch it on Wednesday night. I forgot. And so we went and watched it last night on Thursday night. On-demand has changed the game, I think.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, it definitely has. So the Muppets, though, when I looked at some of the clips from it, I didn't get to see the whole thing. It really looks and it feels and it sounds like the old Muppet Show.
Why do we always come here? I guess we'll never know. It's like a kind of torture to have to watch the show.
So it's still very self-deprecating. I noticed that they do a lot of that. They rip on the show and how bad it is.
Yes.
And that was one thing they always used to do. And they also have a lot of interesting guest numbers. It's kind of cool. And they had Sabrina Carpenter was on there.
Yes.
For the premiere episode.
Adorable.
Yes.
Just so likable, so cute.
And doing a little Islands in the Stream with Kermit the Frog.
Islands in the stream, that is what we are. No one in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world. And you're not cutting me from the show.
See, that's a good little bit. So they're on a little boat together in the water, and Miss Piggy's not real happy because
her scenes aren't getting cut, and he is not going to be with this hoochie in the boat, the two of them. It was so cute. You had little fish popping up, singing background, a little alligator singing background vocals.
I forgot how funny those things are. I saw there was a lot of chickens.
The chickens and Gonzo definitely were my favorite, honestly. I love Gonzo. I love his daredevil spirit. The chickens had several appearances. They were in an opening skit that was in a bar. I was a big fan of that skit as well. Sabrina Carpenter's in the bar just manhandling these puppets that are being disrespectful.
I saw that. She was singing Man-Child, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was pretty funny as well.
It was very cute.
Uh-huh.
It was layered, and it wasn't just kid. Like, there was some jokes in there that are going to go over the kid's head, but definitely will make the parents chuckle.
I saw Maya Rudolph was on there.
Yep.
Seth Rogen,
Yep.
obviously, because I think he's kind of behind it.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought the writing was pretty good from everything I saw. And it was kind of cool because they even did what they typically do. The backstage looks exactly the same. I love that they kept the set from, so the nostalgia of when I'm watching, I'm like, oh, okay, man, this is taking me right back to my childhood.
Exactly. They know what they're doing.
And then they came out at the end, and Kermit's like on stage in that moment where he just doesn't know what to do, and he gets real with the crowd, and he just kind of starts singing a song. And, of course, it takes off, and all the other Muppets join him on stage.
Don't stop me now. Don't stop me. 'Cause we're having a good time. Having a good time. A shooting star leaping through the sky like a tiger. Defying the laws of gravity. I'm a racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, go, go. 'Cause I don't want to stop at all.
It was wholesome and adorable and so nostalgic. I forgot till I was in it how it was going to be so emotional.
Well, I enjoyed everything that I saw on it. I saw a good bit of it. And I was asking, why would they put it on a Wednesday night, not on a Saturday, like when I was a kid? And I'm wondering if they're thinking about the adults saying, we're going to have a really hard time getting an adult audience on a Saturday night because of everything else that you can watch. And on Saturday night, you want adult programming.
True.
So if we do it on a regular weeknight where the kids are going to be around and they're going to be in the living room and you want something to do together as a family, maybe Wednesday is a better night for that.
That's true.
So my question is, do the kids even like it? So you had your son, Rocco, who's 10, watch the new Muppet Show, and here's what he had to say about it.
I really loved the show. It was a pretty good show, and I thought it was really cool. My favorite scene was where Piggy kicked the door down right in Kermit's face. That was actually pretty funny. And I think my favorite character, to be honest, was Kermit. It was pretty funny. By the way, Kermit the Frog here is smoking an e-cigarette.
And look at Rocco. He's always already working on his Kermit impression.
He liked Kermit. Kermit was his favorite.
Okay.
It was very cute.
All right, so the kids are loving it then. Yeah, I'm just kind of curious if you watched it with your kids. Did they like the Muppet Show?
He, that Beaker. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep.
Yeah, I love that they brought Beaker back. Same kind of things. He is kind of like the experimental guinea pig.
With Dr. Bunsen Honeydew.
Yep, he was back.
He was back. And Beaker electrocutes himself at one point. Rocco cackled.
It was funny. Yeah, the expressions on the puppets are very funny.
Yes.
I did forget that. So, yeah, I thought it was very good. It seems like it's just as solid as it ever was. Now, the big question is, will new audiences take to the Muppet Show?
I hope so.
Yeah, I do too. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my new closet designers, Closets by Design. Well, it looks like that baseball sports betting scandal continues to grow. I wish Jay Bird was here. He's out sick today, but I would love to see what he would say about the Cleveland Guardians closer, Emmanuel Clace. They say that he worked with gamblers to fix certain pitches. And at first, they thought it was just a couple, like so that bettors could win these prop bets. But now they're saying pitch fixing may have happened in up to 48 different games. Dang.
Yeah, I mean, this is rocking all kinds of sports. It's happening in basketball as well, and baseball. Honestly, since they have really opened up the door to gambling the way that they have, I would imagine they're going to start slamming it shut. In fact, in Ohio, the governor had already talked about where they legalized it. He said, I completely regret that. He said, I would like to go back on it. Yeah.
Wow.
So he just said, with teenage gambling and where it's going, and they're seeing a rise, they're just saying, yeah, this. And look, I'm usually more for freedom, but yeah, I mean, the numbers are not good right now on how it's affecting society. And so I would imagine if anybody heard what the governor of Ohio had to say and a state was considering, they'd be like, yeah, we're not going to do that. So,
but can we put the rabbit back in the hat?
I don't know. I think that will probably be some of the discussion. Now, sometimes what happens is you might have a deal with, like, say, the Seminole tribe to do the Hard Rock betting app. And then how long does that run? And, so maybe when that expires, then you could say, yeah, I'm sorry, we're going to have to just revoke this.
We can't do it because, look, it's just causing widespread pain.
Well, yeah, I mean, aside from the numbers of, what it can do if you got people that are abusing the gambling. But, yeah, if it starts affecting the sports itself, you might have to say, all right, do we have any fair competitions happening anymore?
This player is placed on administrative leave. Mm-hmm. He is going to have to just let this investigation play out. But what they're saying is he's been charged with conspiracy, fraud, bribery. He is saying that he's not guilty, but 48 games they think he may have been pitch fixing.
There are a lot of things that line up, and I was like, how would you ever prove that? But they can look at the betting lines. They can look at what happened. They can look at the injury reports. They can talk to trainers about it. So there are a lot of things if they really investigate. And you have to know for sure, but if you do find any player that has done this, they have to be banned for life from that sport. You can never play it again. And you have to know that that's it. It's a death sentence to my career if I ever partake in this.
Remember Kid and Play, the band from the 80s that we loved so much?
Yeah, this movie House Party we watched all the time when I was in college.
I used to do that dance move with my friend all the time.
Where you grab one foot and you kick the other leg through the loop that you would make?
Well, not that one. The one that you do with your partner where you did like the...
And you would kick the feet together at the bottom. Okay.
Yes, that one. All right. Kid and Play. We always used to do that.
All the old people got that one, I think.
All the old people got it.
What dance?
We got to do that. We got to bring that dance back, Kevin.
Okay.
Kid, one half of the iconic duo Kid and Play, just recently underwent a heart transplant. The 56-year-old said he was diagnosed with congestive heart failure, and they did a complete heart transplant for him.
Wow.
He is currently trying to get his life back, and yeah, wow. Recuperating from a heart transplant. That is big.
That is big.
And finally here, there's really been not a lot of action in the Nancy Guthrie kidnapping case. We told you the story about how Savannah Guthrie from the Today Show, her mother was abducted. They do know for sure there was blood at the scene. They tested it. It did come back positive as Nancy's blood. The family has now released multiple videos. She released one with both of her siblings, and then the brother by himself released a video yesterday. They are saying they do believe that the ransom note may have been a hoax. Now, they're saying that they're not looking at the brother-in-law and that one of these ransom notes may have been a hoax. I don't think they know what the hell is going on.
Well, what I have heard is that there was one that was. In fact, they made an arrest related to an imposter ransom demand that had no connection to Nancy's actual case. That person was coming in trying to demand $50,000 and they didn't have her and whatever. So they sniffed that one out and that person's been swooped up and gone. They seem to be taking the other ransom note very seriously. In fact, I was slightly alarmed that they were talking about how much they seem to know as far as encryption. And it didn't seem like it was a bungling type of person. In fact, Harvey Levin talked a little bit about the kidnapper's demands, and just listening to him talk, it almost qualifies to say, yeah, you're not up against some kind of rookie possibly with this situation.
So when this one came in, and as you look at it now, was there anything about how it came in or anything about it, this letter, this ransom letter, that was unusual to you?
It felt like somebody means business. I mean, when you read it, it's very detailed. This person thought through, I believe, again, if it's legit, this person thought through the markers of showing that it's real. The Bitcoin address, we checked immediately, and it's a real address. The FBI mentioned at the news conference today something that we had seen, where they mentioned the Apple Watch and the floodlight. And that was what really put my antenna up, and we immediately called the sheriff. The letter says, you will have no way of contacting me. This is the only contact. So that's why they're pleading for proof of life. That's why they are begging, because they have no idea how to get in touch with this person. They went to great lengths in sending this email to us, in making sure that it stays anonymous. I don't know that the FBI is at all close to figuring out where it came from.
It sounds like there is a deadline coming up this Monday, and then there's a secondary deadline coming up the following Monday, from what I've heard. And my guess is the fact they're not even up for negotiation. They have told you what it's going to cost. Here's the Bitcoin account, and things will start happening if these deadlines are not met.
I wonder what that number is.
They've not said. I don't know. And I know a lot of people, because they're repeating themselves a lot. You know, you have the family, of course, pleading for their mother's life. And, you know, they have this $50,000 reward for any information leading to the discovery of Nancy Guthrie. But it sounds like they're really kind of in the weeds with it. And I did see, because I was confused about, so what happened to somebody who was identified, the brother-in-law? Well, the Arizona sheriff that has kind of taken the lead on this case, he was ripping into Ashley Banfield. And she apparently is the one that was claiming that it was Nancy's brother-in-law who was possibly involved in the disappearance. And the sheriff said there is no evidence tying any family member to her disappearance. And he stressed that detectives are following leads based on facts, not speculation. And he warned that floating unverified theories could damage both the case and the family.
Man, that's wild. A lot of people went with the brother-in-law angle because
I think a lot of people were just looking for anything, and when they saw Ashley Banfield, who had, previously been on CNN and big networks, is saying that, they're like, oh, she's got a lead, and let's not be the last to it. And unfortunately, that's what's happening with a lot of the media today.
Dang.
So, yeah, that's kind of where we are. It sounds like the kidnappers are in control, and they know what they're doing.
I don't know if you've ever listened or deep dived into. There's a whole playbook on how to kidnap, and a lot of it has been done.
I've not gone into that playbook.
Oh, I did a deep dive because I listened to a lot of shows, a lot of storytelling on NPR. Mm-hmm. Politics aside, I like good storytelling.
Yep.
And they did a whole series on when somebody is taken, what the kidnappers, like, they're in it for the long haul. Mm-hmm. They know this could be 6 months before they get their money.
Right.
And especially like in, third world countries, like in South America, they're ready to hold somebody for months and months and months. And they have this whole thing in place, and they know how it's going to play out.
I'm just hoping that they're good enough that they have her medication. I hope that she is safe. I hope that she's getting the care she needed, because it sounded like she needed some additional care that could be life-threatening. And so I just hope that whoever is holding her is taking care of her. Well,
you can quickly look around the house and figure out if they took the medication or not.
Yeah, but they might have been able to, even if they did not, they might be able to get that same medication. Look, if they're very good and they've been watching her and they know a lot about her, they might know patterns. They might know things like that, saying if we're going to take her, they know she's 84. And, if you know anything, you'd be like, an 84-year-old might need to have some medication. So, I mean, if they are this good with the crypto and encrypting the messages and they are not able to track them, they might have been good enough to say, okay, we got to make sure, because she's no good to us if she's not alive.
This is super scary that this is now domestically an issue. Because when I listened to those specials, it was all about, oh, this is in South America and this is in other countries and this is places where, you don't have the protections of the American government and the American police and the American people.
Right.
But to think that this could be happening domestically like it's happened overseas and in other countries is quite scary.
Yeah, it really is. We'll see where this goes. And, you're hoping for the best with this situation. But every day it seems like you're shaping up against a real threat here. That wasn't just somebody that was, a knucklehead. It did something in the moment. So I'm hoping for the best here.
Crazy. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
TikTok or Trick Talk? Virginia still keeps diving all in and believing everything she's reading on this silly app.
I just bring it to you because I need to know. If you put it through the Kevy filter, is this real?
So you saw a video of a girl that was trying to get into her boyfriend's phone, and she held a life-size picture of his face up to the phone, and it unlocked. What?
She had a picture of him that she had blown up his face.
Okay.
And he's got the Face ID on his phone.
Right.
And normally he would hold the phone up to his face and it would unlock. But he was in the shower.
Okay.
And so she got a picture of him, life size of his face, held it up to the phone. Bam, phone unlocked. And she was able to see all of the dirty things that this dog was up to.
Okay. What dirty things was he up to?
I don't know. I think he was texting other girls or something. She was looking through all his text messages.
How was her acting? Did she actually show the text messages?
She did not.
She did not. She just said that she was finding it.
She cut it off after the open phone and then all the text messages that she wanted to see. And then she started clicking on them and then the video cut.
Could you tell what kind of phone he had?
It was an iPhone.
iPhone. Seemed like it's a newer iPhone.
It was an iPhone like you or I have, yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't like an old iPhone either.
Okay.
It was a newer one, yeah.
All right. So Virginia's buying all into it, as she always does with TikTok.
I just want it to be true so bad, Kevin. Please let it be real.
And I think this is kind of important because you said it was a newer iPhone as well.
Yeah, it didn't look like an old one. Right. I don't think the old ones even had Face ID.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, Kelly's on here from Lake Worth Beach, and you said you did it too, but not to bust a cheating ex. How did your experiment go? Does it work to take a 2D image to open up a phone with face lock?
Yeah, so my stepdad passed away, and he had an iPhone 15. So me and my brother, we tried everything to get into his phone. We printed out pictures of him. We even cut the nose out and put my nose through it to make it 3D.
Right.
But we don't have the same eyes. So, we spent days doing this, and it did not work.
Oh.
But I don't know about the new iPhone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. Now, what I found, it says that some smartphones, particularly one mini lower end or older Android models, can be unlocked using a 2D photo of the owner's face, but many of the modern smartphones have the advanced secure 3D face recognition. So if you're looking at any new iPhone with Face ID, it cannot be unlocked with a simple photo. That was Trick Talk. That was a complete lie that you found, Virginia.
They got me again?
Yes.
I feel like they get me every week. I just get so excited. They know my hot buttons. Catching cheaters, it awakens something in me that gets so excited.
It would be great if, I guess it would work. I guess great for people trying to bust cheaters. It'd be awful for you, though. Could you imagine if that really was how it would work? Because anybody could swipe your phone and they could just take a photo. I mean, what they could do, they could take a photo of you before, and then they could swipe your phone and then use the photo they took of you to unlock the phone they just stole from you.
It's not great security.
It's terrible security. There was a 2023 study that found that 40% of 48 tested, mostly mid-range and cheaper Android smartphones could be tricked by a printed photo.
Okay.
It seems like maybe the Androids are more susceptible to that.
So if your man has an old Android, that probably means he's broke, so he's not worth holding on to anyway if you think he's cheating on you.
Yes.
But that's the only way you're going to bust him.
That's the only way. Now, some of the models they said to look at, Motorola and Nokia were two that they had mentioned. But they said for the most part, the modern phones are using a 3D depth mapping system that projects over 30,000 infrared dots to create a 3D model, making it nearly impossible to fool with a 2D photo, even if you cut the nose out and put yours through it.
I love that they cut the nose out and put theirs through it.
Yeah.
They really tried.
Yes. Yeah, so anyway, they say using pins and passwords and fingerprint scanners rather than basic facial recognition might actually even be better to prevent unauthorized access if you are worried about that. So, just so you know.
Thank you, Kevin. I knew you would figure it out. I always bring you these problems.
Another bunk-ass TikTok video.
Don't worry, I'll have another one for you on Monday.
Well, this is a really good advice for somebody who's in a situation of the caller that we just had a second ago, who had somebody that died and they're trying to get in the phone. And if you're in this situation where you have a loved one that passes, but you know they have passwords or photos or anything like that you'd like to get out of there, if a person passes away, you can simply go to Apple with the death certificate and Apple will unlock it for you.
Ah, okay.
Okay, in case
it's way easier than cutting out a picture of him and putting your nose in it.
Yeah, right.
Aw, that's so creative, though.
It is, yeah, but it doesn't work. In fact, somebody was saying that, you know, an iPhone uses the true depth camera for their Face ID, which means it looks for how deep someone's face crevices are. If it's scanning a picture, the picture is going to be flat, so it can detect right away that, you know, so I mean, if it's going in and looking at the lines on your face, so your phone knows how old you are, basically.
Dang. Well, joke's on you, phone. I'm going to get Botox. So,
It'll say that you're a photo because there's no crevices. Don't buy it. Well, I asked the question, ladies, do you find it sexy when a man reads?
I was thinking about your question more while you gave me a few seconds to think about it. And I must say, if he's cute and he's reading, then it's sexy. But if he's not, then, yeah, we probably don't notice.
And your little fantasy is the guy wearing glasses.
Oh, my gosh. If he's wearing, like, tortoiseshell glasses.
Yeah.
And he's got, like, wispy hair.
Yeah.
Brown, of course.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Does it ruin it if you find out those glasses are fake? It's just a plastic lens and he doesn't really need them.
No, because you know what? He's putting in the work.
Okay.
It's an accessory.
Right.
And he knows that he puts in a few accessories.
He's got a thing going.
He's going to up his game.
Right.
I respect accessorizing.
Well, for normal or nope, one of the comments that we got says, my girlfriends talk about how sexy it is when a guy reads. But I think it's boring, and I have no interest in dating a guy that wants to just lay around and read. We are not going to work out.
Oh
I am
my gosh.
a go-get-it girl.
If he is like sitting by himself at the airport and he's good looking and he's reading a book and it's a book that you would like be interested to know about as well, I could see where that would be a chick magnet.
Okay. All right. Well, I asked the question. Here's what KVJ TV had to say. 84% of the ladies think it is sexy when a man reads. Only 16%. Yeah.
Provided he doesn't have a face like a wild boar. We're in.
Or what if he's reading sci-fi?
Nah, not as good.
Sci-fi fiction, it's not as hot?
Not as good.
What do you want him to be reading? What is a turn on?
Oh, I don't know. Like a smart book.
A smart book.
Like, maybe like
Do they have a section for that, smart books?
Like a Kevin book, like a history book would be okay.
Yes.
Maybe even a book like Insight into the Female Mind. That would be good. Like,
you don't think that he's trying to kind of manipulate you then and just try to figure out how ladies work?
If he was hot enough, he could manipulate me with that. I'm easily tricked.
What would be the hottest category? How about finance?
Finance is good too, because then you're like, oh, he's got a little cash.
I think if I were setting up the whole fake image, I get the fake glasses, I get a finance book that I can't even read.
Really good outfit.
Right. Yeah.
Great shoes.
Okay. All right.
But not dressy. I don't want him to be trying too hard either. If he's like semi like business casual, I think that comes off better than like a guy in a suit reading.
Okay. So that's hot. Fat guy reading sci-fi, not.
No.
Okay. To get that right. Some other normal or nopes here. Is it normal to count steps all the time going up and down?
I do it a lot now. But I do it so that I know how many steps I'm taking. Like on my own steps at home, I do it a lot.
Okay. I have never been a step counter. And I am going to say, I don't think that this is normal. I think this is somebody who has obsessive compulsive behavior, and there are those things. And I think the numbers say that we're not past the threshold of 50% in society yet that have the OCD to that level.
To Kevin level, they call it.
Well, like I said, I'm
You
a guy
don't do that yet.
No, in different things, I do kind of have the OCD thing, but it's a lot closer than I thought. Right now, it's about 50-50. 53% say no, it's not normal, but almost half people are counting steps going up and down.
I do it. I don't know why I do it, but my mind loves to do it.
Right.
It's weird. Mm-hmm. I know there's 8 steps at my house and then a landing and then 8 more steps up to upstairs. And I can even do it in the dark that way. I can navigate it in the dark because I count the steps so I don't trip and fall. One time I tripped and fall. I missed like the last 3 steps and I ate it with a giant tumbler full of ice water. So I'll never do that again.
So I could name different stairs that you see in your life and you could tell me how many steps are in it.
Yeah. I think the ones here at work, there's 10 steps, then a landing, 10 or 11,
Dang,
10 and a landing. Yeah, I'm ready.
Now, is that standard that you have the same amount of steps per landing, or does that change?
I think it's on how many feet tall the room is. So what are these? Are these 8-foot ceilings or I don't even know, 10-foot ceilings?
Right at the end of the voting, it has kind of flipped. Just a slight majority, 51% say that it is normal to count steps going up and down. Wow.
It's weird, but I think it's normal. I think your mind goes there.
Okay, I didn't know so many people were counting steps. Now, this one seems to make a lot of sense. Is it normal or nope to reread text before sending them to make sure that they sound normal?
I always reread them after I sent them, and then I find the mistakes, and then I have to go back in and edit all my misspellings.
I hate that. I've had so many messages lately, and I'm flying through it, and I don't know why it keeps changing what was a normal sentence typed perfectly, and it thinks it deems that it knows better, and it changes it right as I hit it. I look at it, and it's right, and then as soon as I hit it, it sends it with the wrong thing. I'm like, you make me look like a big old dummy.
Pure evil.
It is. That has to be something they have in there. It's like, okay, let's take a good text with exactly what the word should be in it the last second before they can't do anything about it. And why are we not able to edit text yet?
You are. You just have to do it quickly. I do it all the time. You have
How
to
long
do
do
it.
you have?
You have seconds.
Okay.
So I do it really quickly.
Okay. Well, it is normal, like I thought. 86% of people are rereading text. If I'm busy, I sometimes don't. And I'm like, you know what? You're just going to have to take the mistakes and try to figure out what I'm saying.
You're going to have to be able to read hieroglyphics.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just like, all right, it's either no response or you got one that's jumbled that you got to figure out.
You know I'm asking you what time we're meeting for lunch, not what time we're meeting for lunch.
Right.
You know we're going to lunch, not lunch.
This one just gnarls me out, but I think it's going to wind up being normal as well. People that blow their nose into their hand in the shower. That to me, you know what? Mucus is still mucus. I know you're in there kind of cleaning it off, but the one thing I've noticed is mucus slimy in water. I don't feel like it's fully coming off.
You got to do an extra booger rinse.
But why just do where I'm from? They call it the farmer's blow. Because that's what farmers do in the field. You just, close up one nostril and you just shoot it right out into the air.
I can't do that because it might get on my clothes.
But you're in the shower. Are you wearing clothes into the shower?
No.
Okay.
I thought you meant like outside.
No.
In the shower, farmer's blow does work. But I think it's a little too masculine and it's a little too unpredictable. I don't want it to go like on the shower wall.
Right. Well,
now then I got to clean the wall. If I just
so you are one of the people, you blow your nose right into your hand in the shower.
100%.
Wow. 59% of people say it is normal to do.
And then I just rinse it right down the drain and we're good to go, baby. Keep it moving.
I just feel like it's still on my hand. I feel like I leave the shower with snot on me somewhere.
How thick are your boogers?
They're not. It's just, I don't know. I mean, mucus is slimy. I think it's that way for about everybody.
Kevin got that glue snot.
I feel like maybe I do. It holds on, baby. It puts up a fight.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away. Because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
This Dirt of the Day is brought to you by my new closet designers, Closets by Design. Well, did you see the story that T.I. is telling about a time when he basically had to save a life. Now, I don't know exactly when this happened, but apparently T.I. was with Scott Stapp, and he says Scott was in a dark place, standing on a hotel balcony, threatening to jump, and T.I. is talking about how he convinced him not to go through with it, calmed him down, got him down eventually off the ledge, and wow, what a horrifying story. But thank goodness T.I. was there.
Yeah, no doubt. I think Scott Stapp really, he went through a very dark period. I think he had gotten into some drinking and maybe some other things. I remember when he was living in Boca, and we would have some reports where people would see him out riding his bike around shirtless, and they were like, he didn't look good. He looks great now, which I'm very happy to see. I think he's really straightened things out. But yeah, he's out of Boca now, and he moved, but he seems to be doing okay. So I'm not surprised to hear this, because I think he looked like he was on the edge for a while.
Well, this is certainly brilliant with all the drama going on in the Beckham's family stuff with Brooklyn Beckham and his parents at odds. Guess what? They just announced yesterday on social media there may be a Spice Girls reunion coming. Now,
they've been together a good bit. This is, I think, the second time I've seen them doing something together.
So Cruz Beckham, which is Victoria's son, posted on his social media that he was putting their band back together. This band that, wow, I think they're going to open for me. And if this comes together and the Spice Girls do reunite and Cruz is there and the whole family is there, I mean, talk about a way to take a negative story and spin it into a positive with all the glory and all the happy and all the warm, fuzzy feelings. A Spice Girl reunion would certainly give us that and downplay the drama with Brooklyn.
Does it feel like they're rubbing it in Brooklyn's face a bit? By having his brother kind of always around with the Spice Girls playing the guitar and they're always singing along?
I think they just want counter programming to all the negativity that Brooklyn is putting out there.
Right.
And I think it's brilliant. I mean, this is absolutely the way you handle it. You don't feed into the drama. You don't acknowledge the drama. You just have great, huge, major, life-altering moments of pleasure and joy and family, and you keep it moving, baby. And even Brooklyn's father-in-law said in a recent interview shot right here in West Palm Beach when the Wall Street Journal thing was happening, he said, if you have family drama like this, you don't take it public. You keep it private.
Right.
You don't take it public. And he might have been trying to send a message to his son-in-law, dude, get this out of the papers. Get this out of the social media. That's not the place to wage war with your family. You will regret this.
Because the thing I found is the public, they come to their own conclusions. And where there's not information, they fill in the gaps. And it may be inaccurate. And so, that's why you don't want it out there. So how do they sound? Here are the Spice Girls singing Viva Forever.
Viva forever, I'll be waiting, everlasting, like the sun, live forever.
That's Cruz Beckham playing the guitar.
Yeah.
So that's how you deflect. That is certainly going to get people not talking about the drama and talking about the reunion instead. And finally here, if you're all geared up for the Super Bowl this weekend, it goes down, of course, on Sunday. You'll be excited to see these two little layers they've added. John Bon Jovi, who is a big Patriots fan, will be introducing the New England Patriots. And Chris Pratt, who is from Seattle, will be introducing the Seahawks. So another little dash of celebrity infiltrating your football.
Okay. Yeah, I saw they did a press conference yesterday with Bad Bunny talking about his halftime show, and there was a huge line of people looking to cover it. And they had on stage with him a couple guys from Apple Music. They were asking questions about, are you going to have any guest stars? What's going to be going on?
I'm just going to ask it. Are there surprises on Sunday? Are you preparing to bring any? Are you going to do the same thing? Will you have guests on stage this Sunday?
Well, You know that's something that I'm gonna tell you. I don't know why you asked that.
We had to, man. We had to.
No, well, of course, I think I have a lot of guests. It's gonna be my family, my friends, or all the Latino community around the world that support me and believe in me.
Okay. And one thing he did say was you got 4 months to learn Spanish. Remember that because of what the show is going to be. So he was asked again, okay, do we really need to know Spanish to watch this Super Bowl halftime show?
I told them that they had 4 months to learn Spanish. They don't even have to learn Spanish. They just, it's better if they learn to dance. But I think
the world's gonna dance.
There's no better dance than the one that can come from the heart. The heartbeat dance. That's the only thing that they need to worry about and have fun and enjoy it.
Okay. There's not a lot of the Super Bowl ads that I'm really looking forward to, but the one that probably stood out for me, if we had to talk about our favorites so far, 50 Cent and beef for DoorDash.
I mean, it's layered and it's good.
Yeah, I thought this was kind of a good one.
It's come to my attention that everyone's calling me a troll. Some said even the king of trolls. First of all, I'm flattered, but I'm done with all that. I would never do a deal with DoorDash and quite literally deliver beef when millions of people are watching. I mean, who would do something like that? Delivering quality beef, that's more of an art than science. Don't want to be too obvious. It's all about timing, and I'm always on time. No matter what kind of beef you have going on this weekend, remember DoorDash delivers. Oh, they sell Combs. What a coincidence.
There you go. All right.
He said it's aged 50 months, but who's counting time? Is that the time that Diddy got?
He was talking about, he pulled out a bottle of liquor.
Yeah, his cognac.
Right. And then, yes, he did that equation to the 50 months. Trolling again. Just throwing jabs. That's all he does.
Oh, my gosh.
That's all he does.
People are loving it. Mm-hmm. He's just playing it right.
Yep. Got a huge weekend for sport that is going on. The Olympics gets going tonight on NBC. I know people very excited about that. If you love the Olympic spirit, a lot of different things to go rooting for. One thing I thought was kind of crazy. Do you know who Lindsey Vonn is?
Yes. Remember she dated Tiger Woods for a while.
Absolutely.
It's very scandalously juicy.
Yeah. Well, she had a really terrible accident just like a week ago in the Olympic trials. They had to airlift her.
Oh, my gosh.
Off of the slope. And apparently it was really bad conditions and stuff like that. I thought she had an ACL injury, which in football will take you out for a year. But I saw a video of her where she was working out, doing squats, doing really fast movements with her legs, using her knees. So I guess I don't understand either. Maybe she didn't get an ACL, or I just don't understand ACLs. I don't know how she's going to make a run, but it looks like she's determined to go out there and do her thing.
Well, Tiger got in that car crash, broke every bone in his whole lower body, and he still walks the golf course.
Yeah.
It's like
tough couple, I guess.
Modern medicine plus tough couple. When you're
didn't last.
When you're an athlete, you're an athlete.
Right. You know what I'd really love to see, and I would watch the Olympics a lot more if Snoop Dogg got to compete. Could you imagine if he was out there actually giving it his best?
He was riding the Zamboni in a promo that I saw, and just anything he does, I am tuning in.
That's bold. Those things go like 80 miles an hour.
The Zamboni?
I think so, yeah.
No, that's for the ice.
I got you. Well, I'm thinking of the bobsled.
You're talking about the bobsled.
Yeah, that's right.
The Zamboni is what they clean the ice with.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine if a Zamboni went 80 miles an hour?
That would be amazing.
They would get right back to the Panthers game really fast.
I'm sure you could soup up a Zamboni.
Yeah, you can tell my mind is not thinking winter sports yet. I got to get there. No, what they put Snoop Dogg on was a tiny little sled, and he went down a hill. This is a video that I saw of Snoop Dogg.
Like this? Oh, God. Hold on.
I hope they put a helmet on him because he is a national treasure.
No, he didn't. No, the Snoop Dogg ain't going to do a helmet.
What?
He went right down, yeah.
Oh, Lord. Y'all protect Snoop Dogg, please.
Yeah. No, he's all about it. Somebody else taking a little bit of heat. Have you seen the Tate McRae situation? Now, she was born in Canada, but she did this ad that featured a lot of American Olympians.
Oh, hi. I'm a bit lost. Tate McRae? Oh, nobody. Nobody's girl, that is. I'm trying to get to Milan for an amazing opening ceremony and meet Team USA. Then it's the weekend with America's best skating for gold and Lindsey Vonn's epic comeback. Then back to the States for the big game, Super Bowl 60. Okay, I'll just ask someone else then. I forget it.
So her with a bunch of American Olympians, she got a lot of heat from Canadians on that. So she had to post up on her Instagram yesterday, her as a little kid holding a tiny Canadian flag with the caption, "Y'all know I'm Canada down." I don't know if that'll get
I'm
people
also
off her
money
back.
down, and
Right.
the Olympics paid me to be in that promo, and so yeah, I will do whatever you want for the right price.
You know what she favors.
Girl, I do not throw shade at
Money over
chasing.
country.
She's chasing her papers.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she is. So that is going to be going on, but you got the Super Bowl that is going to be happening as well on Sunday. Now, Tom Brady, he is also getting a little bit of heat. Now, he quarterbacked the Patriots for 6 Super Bowl victories. And then they asked him, does he have a dog in the fight?
That's bull crap, Tom. This ain't political.
And you know what he did? He said he doesn't. He said, no, he's not rooting for the Patriots. He's not rooting for the Seahawks. He doesn't have a dog in the fight. And so a lot of his former New England teammates have gone off and called him out on it.
But isn't he now a commentator?
He is, but I don't know that he's calling the Super Bowl.
But there's nothing I hate more than when they have a commentator on there calling the game, and you can tell he has a bias.
Yeah.
Especially if that dude has a bias against my team as I'm watching, and I'm like, really? I want my commentators to be unbiased.
They're supposed to be even. In fact, even in college, when they do the college game day and they pick who they think's going to win, if one of the person like Kirk Herbstreit, who is picking all the other games, if he's calling that game, he won't pick it because he doesn't want to show that there's any kind of bias that I think
That's
one team's going to
smart.
win after the other. Yeah.
That's your career. You got to be impartial.
Right. So here's all the shade that Tom Brady was getting from former Patriots teammates.
That's bull crap, Tom. This ain't political. It ain't political what it is. Raiders ain't in it. Say what it is. What you see. Man, look, at the end of the day, if you're a Patriot for life, you know what it is. Don't give me that political bull crap. That's just what it is. If you don't think we're going to win, just pick Seattle then. Don't straddle the fence.
That's the way Tom feels. I got a big dog in the race. I'm telling you that right now. That's my boy right there.
Okay.
Vrabel, 8-year teammate, like a brother of mine. I mean, all of us, really. I mean, it's like we've got a dog in the fight because there's no other way I'm going. I mean, I've loved the way this team has played. I've loved the way they've won.
Okay. So they're
All
not real
right.
happy that he didn't come out for the Patriots. They thought that was the right way to go.
He's probably playing it safe. And, if anybody, he should come out for Robert Kraft. Aren't they still boys?
I think they do. Yeah, I think they still hang a bit. Yeah, he seems to show a little bit of love to him. Now, what are you going to be more excited about? They say about half of Americans say they plan to watch the Super Bowl on Sunday, but apparently they believe the Winter Olympics may edge out the viewers of the Super Bowl. Now, keep in mind, I don't know if you can really call it fair because you got multiple events over multiple days, and I think they're
Sure.
talking about the cumulative viewership of the Olympics. But I asked KVJ TV, what are you more excited to see, the Super Bowl or Olympics? And what is it for you, Virginia?
Oh, I think it would probably be the Super Bowl out of those two.
It's close. 54% Super Bowl, 46% for the Olympics.
But it would be awesome, too, to be like in a bar with a bunch of, people chanting USA. That's fun, too.
Right. Yeah.
Either one I could get down with.
If you're looking to connect with a stranger, put an ad out in the Craigslist paper. This is Misconnections.
Oh, yeah, baby. People looking for a little love here today.
People love your sexy / horrifyingly creepy voice.
Well, you know what? I am inspired by the amazing posts that people are putting up online on Craigslist. Looking for a little love. They do not put up the success rate or an update to the post, which I really would love to have.
The update is they probably are in jail because they took it too far, did something too weird.
Yeah. Could be. Well, this dude is looking for a weeping woman that he'd picked up on the side of the road.
Oh, my. I am not picking up anybody, much less if they're crying. Oh, my gosh.
You thought you were crying before I picked you up. I'll give you something to cry about.
Oh, my gosh.
It says here, I was driving down Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard during that heavy rainstorm last month. You were standing under a flickering streetlight, soaked, shaking, crying in a way that felt so innocent. I pulled over and I asked if you needed help, and you whispered something about missing the last chance.
This sounds like a music video.
You rode in silence, except for this one question you asked. Do you believe people can vanish twice? I didn't know what that meant. Then at all the red lights by the Wawa, you suddenly opened the door and then you sprinted out into the rain. Gone. No hesitation. No looking back.
You call yourself lucky, dude.
I checked your seat after you left. He didn't put here, but he then sniffed it. I'm sure that's what happened, but he didn't write that.
You know he sniffed it.
He didn't write that, but you know he's a seat sniffer.
Who's creepier, her or him?
Says the seat was bone dry, but you were soaking wet. So I don't know, were you real? A warning? Or something somewhere in between? But if you're reading this, I hope wherever you vanished, you found peace.
Oh my gosh. There's so much wrong with that. There's no way I'm picking up anybody in the rain and saying, get in my car.
That is an odd story.
Male, female, I don't care.
Then just talk off running. Wow. Now, this one's a little bit more optimistic. This is somebody who got a brand new nose. And apparently they had been with somebody before, they've lost contact, and they feel so good and confident about themselves that they want to get a reconnection. It says, hello, Juan, it's me, Benny. I'm back in town and I finally got my nose job. You will love my new honker. It's almost as big as my, well, you know what.
Wow.
I'd love for you to try my new nose out if you catch what I'm saying. It's not often I find someone who is into nasophilia like I am. I'll be in Miami until Monday. Let me know if you want to test drive this brand new nose of mine. It's built to last, baby.
All right. If there's one thing I know about nose jobs, it's you're not supposed to mess with them after you have one. You're certainly not supposed to have any kind of rigorous motion around it.
I would think getting a nose job and then burying it in somebody's tuchus is a really bad idea. And I don't know what nasophilia is, but I have a feeling it goes somewhere down that path based on what he put.
Nasophilia?
I don't know if I'd put that on your computer, Virginia. I mean, that's just one of those things are probably just best left to the imagination and assume the obvious.
Where's Jay Bird when we need his computer?
Oh, absolutely.
He's out sick today. Damn it.
And here's somebody searching for some tan-lined butt cheeks.
Okay, I do love a tan line. It's just sexy. I know it's not good for us, but man, a tan line is hot.
It says here, I am searching for the tall Latin hottie who was hanging at Fort Lauderdale Beach last weekend. You had a lot of oil on your legs. It was the perfect amount, if I must say.
You sound like the Swedish chef from the Muppets.
Could be. You turned over and I saw that you had the cutest tan line all around your little butt cheeks. Remember the guy who said, that looks like that hurts? Well, that was me. If you remember my presence, let me be the one to put oil on you the very next time you need it. I'm kind of known for being a bit of a healer. We can't have your sweet cheeks in pain, can we?
That was the least offensive.
Was it really?
Yes.
The guy who creepily wants to put oil on her butt cheeks?
Yeah, I'm okay with that one.
That one is the easiest compared to nasophilia, and the guy who picked up what could have been a ghost, we don't even know yet.
They got easier as you went.
Okay, all right. That's what I like to do. I like to kind of like let you off easy. That's exactly what we did. We are right there on the cusp. Right on the cusp. I've seen 45 degrees is kind of the cutoff threshold. Now, I have not interviewed an iguana. I'm going only with people who are supposed experts in iguanas.
Would they tell you the truth?
Probably not. No, probably not. Yeah, we had that cold where we were down into the 30s. Even all the way down through Miami, I saw was like 31, 33, somewhere around there. I mean, that just no bueno when it comes to those iguanas. And a lot of them getting cold stunned and all kinds of stuff was going on. Well, people were picking them up, and that was the one time where the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, they said, okay, we'll give you this reprieve. You can get the cold stunned iguanas, bring them to us. We'll take care of them. Because, look, they're trying to get rid of them humanely to kind of restore the populations of them being an invasive species. And now we got an official kill count of what that cold meant to the iguanas. They're saying right around 8,000.
Wow, that's a lot.
8,000 were collected. So that's confirmed deaths.
That's not even counting the ones that all your cowboys out there took care of on their own. They're like, I'm not driving this thing to Florida Fish and Wildlife. I'm going to take care of this on my own.
Yeah, absolutely. Or the ones that just died and somebody saw a dead iguana and they just chucked him
Disposed of it.
Right, exactly. So they say that the drop-off sites gathered more than 5,100 iguanas.
That's crazy.
While private removal companies and municipalities collected thousands more statewide.
Wow.
Yeah, they say the large haul highlights just how widespread the invasive species has become, warning that many iguanas remain and may be adapting to colder conditions. Oh, that's great. They're getting accustomed to this.
We heard the story yesterday that some do-gooders locally were putting sweaters on the frozen iguanas so that when they woke up, they would be better prepared for the cold weather because now they got a sweater.
Right. But they're cold-blooded animals, so it doesn't really do anything for them at all. I mean, it makes them more fashionable, but it's not really going to do anything for the body warmth. They don't generate their own heat.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine though how funny that would be when the iguana wakes up and he's in a full outfit?
I know, right? Man, what happened?
Oh, no, what did I do?
I wonder when they wake up, do they feel is it a hangover? Is it like with us when we black out?
Is it like how, people feel after they're at a Diddy party or a Bill Cosby party?
They're covered in baby oil. They're like, what happened? What's going on?
Why am I wearing this?
Diddy's standing over them. They're like, wow, I don't know what's happening. Do I need to find an attorney? What's going on here? And for a lot of iguanas, they have actually turned into food. There are people that do like to eat the iguanas. In fact, there is one place they got a lot of publicity for their iguana pizza. They're calling it the Florida Man Pizza, Buck's Coal-Fired Pizza. And I guess Lake Park or North Palm, somewhere in that area.
It feels Lake Park-ish.
Okay.
It feels like something. Lake Park is a cowboy.
Yeah, here's a bit of the news coverage from that.
Ryan Escudo spent the last 48 hours trapping green iguanas across South Florida. And his mission is twofold: educating people online about the invasive green iguana species and having a lot of fun while doing it. He decided to call up his friends at Buck's Coal-Fired Pizza to create the ultimate Florida man dish, iguana pizza. There's some bacon and cheese, but the real star of the show is the fresh pieces of iguana on top. Ryan recognizes this dish isn't for everyone, but did say it was worth a taste.
Okay. Well, Ryan is a local, and I've seen he's also made a video where he took iguana eggs and made an omelet. And I sent him a direct message. I don't know if he could do it because he does have a lot of followers on social media. But
he's getting hit right now hard, too,
yeah,
I bet.
he is. But I'm putting that out there. If somebody knows him, I would love for him to bring in that for an iguana egg omelet for Do It Bitch punishment on Tuesday.
Oh, Kevin.
I think that'd be great for us. I'll even go with the iguana pizza. In fact, yesterday, I actually called up old Buck's, their Buck's Coal-Fired Pizza. I didn't say who I was, but I said, hey, you guys got any of that iguana pizza? And what the person on the other end told me, he said that they can't serve it right now, but they're talking to attorneys about being able to use iguana meat, and they have to find, I guess, reputable distributors who, I guess, they get it. It's approved. They just don't want, I guess, people turning over meat to places and then serving it out to the public.
Yeah, you don't know where that meat's been if it's not going through the proper certification channels.
Right. So as of yesterday, I couldn't, just call up an order and get an iguana pie, but they say they are talking to their attorneys. And they're hoping to get somebody to provide the iguana meat. And they're even looking at a way where people could bring in whatever meat they have, and they'd be able to turn around and put it on a pizza and give it to them.
Florida man pie.
Florida man pie. Wouldn't that be great? Bring your own meat.
Look, when profits are down, you got to get creative. And everybody's struggling. I appreciate that entrepreneurial spirit they got going on.
They definitely got a lot of attention on it.
They're trying to monopolize on a big, huge story, and that's how you do it.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
I am just so glad I survived my teenage years because there are a lot of dumb things I did where I could have easily have died.
So many times.
Unreal.
Even into my 20s. The dumb continued.
Yeah, I hear you. And look, these are the kind of things that get away from you. 17-year-old Brady Ming intentionally set his friend on fire while sitting around a beach bonfire.
Oh, no.
What Ming had done, he created a trail with gas from the fire, and he splashed the victim, who was a boy that was sitting in a chair. And then he, threw a bunch of gas on the fire, and then that trail went to the boy. The boy caught on fire, was running across the beach, and luckily was able to get in the water and put himself out.
Oh, my gosh.
But he suffered second-degree burns to his right hand, bottom and right leg, and a deep, full-thickness burn to his lower right leg, lower left leg, and left thigh.
Oh, my gosh.
I believe it's Marion County where this happened, and the 17-year-old has been arrested.
Good.
On a battery charge.
You have to. You have to make an example out of him. I don't care if they were drinking. I don't care if they're buddies. I don't care if the burned guy is forgiving him. You have to prosecute him to the fullest extent of the law and make an example out of this so other kids will see this and go, oh my gosh, I can't play like that.
Yeah, no, it's insane. It really is. And I don't know what he thought was going to happen. I don't know if he worked that all through and said, if I do this, the fire's going to catch up with him. I'm going to hurt him badly.
He probably thought,
let me do it.
He probably thought, he's just going to stop, drop, and roll and put it out right away, and it's not going to be a big deal at all.
Yeah.
But when you use an accelerant, you make everything 10 times worse.
Yeah, the video's wild. It's one of those ones where you have to, they say, hey, are you sure you want to see this?
Oh, my gosh. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Do not click on that video, y'all.
Yeah, but let it be a lesson to anybody else. Do not be playing with fire and gas and all that stuff. Come on, kids.
I would beat my kid. It would be a whole entire night long of what the hell is the matter with you. And I'm not bailing you out of jail.
Yep.
I'm not getting you an attorney. You can have a public defender. I'm not spending a dime on your stupidity. You're an idiot.
Yeah, and I wonder, when it all went down, was it one of those things where he was, was he kind of in a sense bullying the other kid, or was he just
bullying, or was he just playing around?
Here's some of the audio from the video. Maybe this will give you a context clue.
He wants to see some more. He wants a real C. He wants a real C. He wants a real C. Oh my God. Oh my God. Get in the leg. 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 Dude, get in the leg. Get in the leg.
Yeah. So even at that point, I think they thought it was all fun and games, and yeah, those kind of burns. I hear that's one of the worst pains is having that kind of burn.
Okay, he's laughing. I'd say he gets 3 years in jail minimum. Minimum.
At the age of 17, you're right on that cusp.
If that's my kid, I'm like, nope, you're going to sit in jail. You're not getting bailed out. You're getting a public defender. And I hope your counsel does a terrible job defending you.
Yeah. Well, Virginia, I've seen you many a night where you refuse to shut it down. We're out, and I'm like, oh, my gosh, Virginia, it's like 6 a.m. Can we just go to bed?
I got to dance on the bar. Shut up.
Well, you would love this woman because she was on a cruise ship. They got back to Miami and they're like, all right, time to go. And she said, vacation isn't over. And she said, I will disembark when I'm ready.
Oh, no.
They had to throw her ass off the boat. She wouldn't go, so she took her ass to jail. That's where her party went.
What the hell are you thinking?
She's just like, no. She was having such a good time. She's like, no, I want that endless drink package to continue.
It's a great commercial for the cruise line.
Yeah, probably is, yeah.
They should lean in and create a social media campaign like, our cruise ships at Carnival, we bring the heat so hard with the party that you don't want to shut it down, even with the threat of jail.
Strong. 23-year-old Benjamin Raquel racked up a $64 tab at the Largo Whiskey Wings and then walked out without paying. But then he realized that he left his phone charger at the bar, so he went back to get it.
You can't go back.
You big dummy. They knew who he was, clearly, and now he is in jail.
Dude.
Boy, this is an interesting scandal. Already some issues happening with the Olympics. The World Anti-Doping Agency is examining allegations that ski jumpers are injecting hyaluronic acid into their penises to gain competitive advantages.
What?
Now, they say that the athletes may use such injections or place clay in underwear to temporarily enlarge measurements during suit fittings. The suits are measured using 3D scanners from the lowest genital point, and larger measurements result in looser suits, which will actually improve your aerodynamics.
Huh?
So this is a way that they can get an
like
advantage.
Like a flying squirrel.
I guess so. Somehow
if you have extra fabric, you can go...
Must be. But the doctors are saying these injections are possibly very risky. So, and obviously you're cheating as well to get an advantage.
Oh, my gosh. That's crazy.
Yeah, so if you see some free jumpers there with large dongs.
Large dongs and extra suit room.
You would think once you get in aerodynamics, though, the weight might drag you down. You take right off that ramp and you just fall right nothing like a brick.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that intricately watched.
Yeah.
How tight the suit is.
Mm-hmm. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Boy, they got some wild car chases in Los Angeles. Did you see the one where the woman surprised officers by stopping and then dancing after exiting her car before surrendering?
I missed that.
Huh.
That vehicle that the patrol person is following decided, oh, well, this is my opportunity then to make a right-hand turn, get away from you.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. You're getting up in a driveway now.
Whoa. Yeah, you just went into a parking lot. That's interesting. That doesn't seem very...
boxed in?
Yeah, you're going to be... Oh, door open. Driver has decided, I think I'm going to do a little dance and have my moment of freedom before police officers approach.
Well, hopefully they get up there quick enough before this person gets back in the car and drives away.
I got to tell you, it's the best television. They don't do the same thing here in Florida. They will televise them in California, and they will chase you down, and it's wild to watch.
The helicopter view, for me, is the best because you can see everything playing out. I watched one, and it was in L.A. the other day, and this guy was running from the helicopter. The police were not on his tail yet, but the helicopter was following him, and I guess he realized the helicopter was following him, so he drove under an underpass.
Okay.
And when he was under there and the helicopter couldn't see him, he got out of the car, closed the door behind him, and put the car in drive and stayed under the underpass, but the car came out.
Okay.
And the helicopter kept following it, and it kept going for like blocks and blocks and blocks. Meanwhile, he had dipped under the overpass and got away.
No way. Yeah, that's how you got to do it.
That was brilliant.
Yeah, okay, a little bait and switch.
I was like, all right, if you put that much effort into it and you thought it through that good, you kind of deserve to get away.
Well, you know, it used to be that the only aerial view you ever had was a helicopter, and you could hear that. But now with drones, people are getting busted all over the place. In fact, in Wisconsin, they used a drone to catch a serial defecator in the act. Guy had been pooping all over the place, and they got him in a city park on Thursday, and he said, that's our guy.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
You don't hear those drones.
Right.
It's not like the helicopter where you can hear it and see it. The drone's up there, and they can fly it really high where you never know it's there.
Right. Well, you want to get away? A 12-year-old Australian boy secretly flew from Sydney to Bali after arguing with his mother over a vacation. He was told no, so he used his parents' credit cards to book a Jetstar flight that allowed him to travel alone. He took a train to the airport and checked in using a self-service kiosk. Then he flew to Perth, then to Bali, where he cleared immigration by claiming his mother lived there. Then once in Bali, he checked into a hotel his family had previously stayed at, and he spent several days alone before posting a video on social media that revealed his location.
He was pulling a full-on Kevin McAllister, fully functioning without parents.
But he did the opposite. He's the one who left. They stayed home. His mother had to fly to Bali to bring him home. And she was saying, and then she actually kind of blamed how easy it was. She's like, you shouldn't have a 12-year-old be able to do all this kind of stuff, but he did. And if he hadn't posted that video.
Well, you can book special tickets that allow you to fly as a unaccompanied minor.
Yeah.
It's a thing. You can book it.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
Well, I always love those stories where somebody believes completely in themselves and they go all in. They, for instance, put their house up as collateral and say, you know what? If I don't have this thing be successful, I will go out a loser.
Yeah, I've seen it go both ways. You got to admire somebody who's betting on themselves.
Yeah, right. But I think you have to know when to bet on yourself. And that really is the difference between people who are that huge success that you love the story of. They went all in and put everything on it versus what happened with Jennifer Esposito. Now, she believed in this movie called Fresh Kills. And she wasn't anybody else who was believing in it. Nobody else wanted to fund it. So she said, you know what? This is going to be fine. So she mortgaged her house to finance this mob drama. And it was told from a female perspective.
Okay.
The movie earned less than $70,000.
Oh, no.
That was not enough. And she has now put up an Instagram video saying, yeah, I'm looking like an ass right now because I've been crying and she needs help because she has mortgaged out her house and it did not work. She
How's
shot her
the
shot and
movie?
missed.
Is the movie watchable or is it just bad?
I don't know. I mean, maybe this is one way to save it is maybe some people will go and be like, hey, I'll go check it out.
Yeah, if we watch it and it's good and we want to support this woman in crisis, I'll send her $5.
Yeah. And so I think that would be a great thing to do. Now, here's two ways to look at what you're saying. Yes, great for Jennifer Esposito, and I think that's awesome. But at the same right, too, it might encourage somebody else who foolishly is going to shoot an air ball and miss just as badly as Jennifer Esposito did. And what do? We're going to encourage more people to maybe just recklessly shoot their shots. I'm torn by this because I believe in shooting your shot, but I think the biggest skill that you really can have is understanding your value and skill.
Amen.
And I see that all the time. People either undervalue themselves and you're like going, you're so talented. Why are you settling for so much less than who you are? But then you see the reverse probably a lot more often where it's like, I don't know what kind of skill you think you have or you're not that. Like you really need to kind of check yourself and get a reality check. Say, hey, look, I got to fully understand my skills. And what you think you're good at, you're not good at.
It's really hard to be able to look at yourself objectively.
I hear you.
And sometimes you need a good friend. You need an honest friend. You need somebody in your life that's not going to be a yes man and who's also not a hater, someone who's going to give it to you straight. And if you aren't good at giving a self-eval, have somebody in your life who can say, Jennifer Esposito, this movie sucks. What are you doing?
Well, and that's why you got to really have truly good friends. And that's why as a good friend, you need to be honest and level with your pals when they're about to put up their house and everything they own to shoot a shot on what might be a terrible movie that is only going to make $70,000. Which is not going to be enough to cover the house.
Well, this will help. I mean, the fact that you got it and it's on your desk, it means it's going at least semi-viral. Yeah. And people will give her money. Hopefully she's got the GoFundMe in place and she's got the right way for people to immediately donate when they feel the heartstrings tug. Is it up there? Please tell me it's up there.
Fresh Kills is the name of the movie. If you want to try to find this mob drama told from a female perspective, if you got a chance, check it out this weekend. Let us know how it is. I don't know if it's in theaters. I don't even know where you see it. But then at the same time, for the next person thinking about shooting their shot, really do your homework on it. I know it seems glamorous and you've heard so many positive stories, but that's the only reason why I share this negative one, because I don't know that everybody should shoot their shot.
You have to be able to evaluate what kind of shot you got.
Right. Yeah. Anna says, I don't really feel so bad for this lady. The mistake will help her grow. And sometimes that's part of shooting your shot. You do have to fail to learn and to grow. I think sometimes you just have to say, okay, how big do I want to fail? And some people are like, fail big, baby, and just try to work your way out of it. And maybe this is the best thing ever for her.
I wonder what her house was worth.
It's a good question. Yeah. It did not say
Was it like, a $300,000 house, or was it like $1 million house? What did she invest in this?
She's in Los Angeles. You're not going to get really anything for
300. Yeah, that's probably
that's not going to happen.
Dumb number.
Yeah. What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I'm done with numbers.
Okay.
That's on my mind.
Okay.
So my husband, Panda, just recently transitioned. So he went from having a regular job where he worked for a company, got a paycheck every week.
Now explain when you say your husband transitioned.
So he now works as an independent contractor.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of like getting a paycheck where they take out taxes for you, he now gets a check as an independent contractor once a month, and he has to take out his own taxes.
Okay.
And then we have to write a check and send it to the IRS. Okay.
Oh,
this
right.
is so tricky and so dangerous because I've never been really great at like budgeting. I'm a creative. I'm an artist.
Oh, is that what you are? Okay.
I'm also a girl who loves shopping. And so it's really hard when you have to physically write a check and it says to IRS. And then it's like lots of zeros. Like, oh, this hurts.
Right.
And we have to do it now religiously every month. And I'm just here to tell you, it is not easy.
Yeah, because you think that, and then you really get perspective on how much money they do take out. That's kind of sickening.
It is sickening.
I'm glad I don't see that part because I probably carry a lot more anger than I do.
Because then when you see, politicians just not doing a great job of politicking, you're like, what am I paying you clowns for?
Right, yes.
I'm paying all this money. And it's not just me paying it. It's everybody I know paying it.
Yeah.
And just what the hell, clowns?
Yeah, I do get why people try to find every way they can to find tax shelters and loopholes and everything else because, that's how really I think the smart people do it.
If y'all find some loopholes, please share them with me because I need one or two.
Absolutely. And Virginia's not great at math, like she said.
I'm not great at math.
Yeah. When you don't know what to do, come to KVJ. We'll do what we can to give you mediocre advice.
We've got it so together.
Right.
Like, look at us.
Well, this is an 18-year-old doesn't know what to do, and it's a weird role reversal because you'd think it'd almost be the other way around. This 18-year-old, she's an adult, still living at home, and apparently she had lost her father not too long ago.
Aww.
Just about a year. And things are a little off. And she said her mom, who was always so straight-laced, is now kind of gone off the deep end.
I was talking to somebody yesterday, and they're relatively young in their 20s, and their mom is single again and ready to party.
Yeah, and it sounds like she just hasn't coped with the loss of her husband the right way, or maybe he was so repressive that she now is just
gone wild.
Yeah, she never used to drink, smoke, no party, nothing. And apparently now she's hanging out with a male coworker, and she's going to clubs. And not only that, she's coming home glassy-eyed at 3 a.m. after doing ecstasy.
Oh.
And sometimes she comes home with men that this 18-year-old's never even met.
Oh.
So she doesn't fully understand who her friend group is. But if you've hung out in the clubs, you know what you might get for your friend group.
Oh, be careful out there. I mean, you think it's ecstasy, and they're going to give you something that could kill you. I would not be out in the clubs buying ecstasy. That's the dumbest thing you can do.
She said, I've woken up to strangers in our kitchen. And then whenever I try to talk to her, she just tells me, well, you don't understand grief and you need to stay out of my business. but I lost my dad too, and now I feel like I'm losing my mom. Am I wrong for feeling abandoned, or do I need to back off and let her fall apart if that's how she survives? Do I try to get her help? You know, it's just kind of interesting because I'm watching that show that is called Shrinking. And, you know, it's Jason, starts with an S. It's not
Segel.
Segel, yep. And he had lost his wife and then spiraled. But he had a daughter that was a teenager, late teenage years. And he just wasn't there for her. And he was partying, bringing home strange women. She would come down, find him there, and she would try to talk. And he just was not in the right headspace where you could talk. And that sometimes is tough. And so the first part of the show is really, you know, the issues that she had with that and them trying to come to terms with it, him trying to get himself back. It is tough. And I've seen people that have had more bad things happen to them than what was fair in life. And that person that I can think of as well spiraled. And I understand it. I really do. You know, that's really tough. But what do you do when you've got an 18-year-old daughter and you're going through so much grief, but now she's having to deal because, you know, she lost her dad too.
And now you're creating a safety issue.
Yeah.
You're bringing strangers back to the house where your daughter lives. Well, you could put yourself in a situation where you get your daughter hurt by one of these strangers.
Yep.
And you're taking rando drugs that you're buying in the club. That's the dumbest thing you could do nowadays. Like, honestly, ecstasy is not what it used to be.
Yeah.
The dumbest thing you can do is take a pill that you buy from somebody in a club.
Yeah. And I think it's all easier said than done. And, you know, in the show Shrinking, you have the teenage daughter, and she's really trying to get through to her dad, who, by the way, is a therapist. What he does is try to talk to people and help them through. So you got somebody who is supposed to be the kind of person that would be able to see these kind of things and process it, know how to deal with it, that's not dealing with it at all well.
It's too personal. He can't help himself.
And that girl felt alone. And so she had to go to the neighbor woman that kind of took her under wing and was then running her around to soccer practices and doing all that kind of stuff because, you know, the dad was unavailable in the show. And it sounds like that's the exact same thing here. And I don't know how you get somebody back. You know, when I've observed people, sometimes they eventually, it goes through their system and they come to terms with it and they kind of
stages of grief.
Yes. But then sometimes, no, you just get in that pattern and then you've kind of lost yourself forever. And
if she survives.
And the longer you're in it, the better the chance that you're going to stay in it. And so, yeah, I don't know what she does other than just keep trying to say, Mom, I don't like seeing you like this. I don't like this situation. You're 18 and you're in a bad situation, and maybe you need to try to find a way to get out and go stay somewhere else and let your mom, if she's going to go to rock bottom, you know, let her go there. I don't know how else you get her attention.
I draw the line with living in an unsafe house.
Yeah.
And I would, as the level-headed teen, ask a close friend's parent if I could stay with them for a little while, just until mama works out whatever mama's going through. But you also need to have a real talk with her about how these street pills are killing people right and left. I know of multiple kids that were buried in the past few years because they took a pill that said Xanax and it was not Xanax. And now they are dead and their parents had to bury them. That is a very real thing that can happen to anybody buying drugs in a club.
I think it's a step-by-step situation here where you talk to the mom again seriously, you let her know. You give her your intentions that I can't stay in this environment if you're going to spiral like that. If we want to be together and comfort each other through the grief that we have from losing our dad, we both lost something here, not just you, then we can do that. And that would be productive. That would be helpful. If you want to continue to party this way, I can't go down that. You're creating an unsafe living place, and I'm going to have to go somewhere else. I'll check in with you and try to help you, but when you're ready to get help, you come to me. And sometimes you got to just let somebody float out into the great beyond and let it run its course.
I'm going to move out, and let's go to therapy still, too.
Good chance getting her therapy. Again, I know you always throw that out there, but a lot of people don't want to go.
Got to try.
I hear you.
Sometimes you got to drag them kicking and screaming.
There's also an interesting discussion as you recommended therapy, just how expensive therapy is for some of those sessions and how many you have to go to before you get any kind of breakthrough. And a lot of people don't have the money to do some of the therapy that's out there. I know there are places like BetterHelp that hopefully try to make it a little bit easier, because really I think everybody should have access to therapy.
I love that you can do it now from your computer and from your home.
Right.
That does make it a little bit easier. But yes, you are right. It is very expensive.
Ann is on here from Fort Lauderdale. What are your thoughts on handling the situation, Ann?
Well, unfortunately, it's a horrible situation, but the daughter is an adult. Legally, she can Baker Act the mom. That will give her mandatory counseling that she needs. It's at no cost, and hopefully there will be a positive long-term outcome. If not, the daughter at least knows that she did everything she possibly could to get her mother back on track.
Yeah, I think sometimes that's all you can do. You can just go through all of the resources that you have and go through a checklist. And sometimes you get to the bottom and there's just nothing else left. And you just got to give it to God and be like, pray for the best outcome. But
protect yourself.
Yeah.
Definitely try to find a family you can stay with. You can't be in that house if she's bringing rando men back. That's such a dangerous situation. There are predators out there that pray and hope that this is the scenario so they can come in and abuse you and her.
Yeah. Now, one comment that we had said the Marchment Act may be a better way to go. So
what's that?
Don't know what that is. They did not explain. That's just all they said. But it would be something to look up and see if that might be something to help, because the Baker Act is, if you're not a threat to, yourself or others. And I don't know that a court would be like, yeah, really going out partying. They'd have to throw everybody at Space Nightclub in jail. Or Baker Act, all of them.
You're
Put in the
right.
loony bin.
Taking Space Nightclub drugs, though, is really, you are a danger to yourself because you could die.
Sure. But is somebody going to step in and do anything about that?
Yeah, good question.
Yeah, probably not. Well, the Super Bowl on Sunday, there's just so many storylines. And one that, if you get all the way down the list, you might say, wow, is Cardi B going to get engaged if the Patriots win the Super Bowl? Because her baby daddy is a wide receiver for the Patriots. And if he's all into it and he's even been asked this thing and he has not said no, they seem like they're getting really itching, getting close. She hasn't been married for like 8 months now.
That would be such a great story, though. The photographers would go nuts.
Yeah. It would get people talking.
The confetti's falling.
Yep.
Patriots just won, and he's down on one knee, and she's crying. Oh, my gosh.
His other 3 baby mamas are right next to him. They're crying, too.
They want to stab her.
Yeah. That'd be something, huh? How about that? I don't even think I knew Cardi B's real name. Belcalis Marlenus Almanzar. I can see why maybe she shortens it to Cardi B.
Belcalis.
Belcalis, okay. Belcalis Marlenus, is that how you say that?
I think so.
Okay.
That's a cool name. I like that name.
Yeah, I almost think, instead of Cardi B, I kind of like the Belcalis. Kind of works for me.
That's a stage name, too.
I agree. Yeah, that sounds like a good call. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to give you the real name of these celebrities. You got to tell me, and I'll give you multiple choice. Who am I talking about that you would know the name? If I said Reginald Dwight, am I talking about A, Billy Joel, B, David Bowie, or C, Elton John? I'm going to have Virginia and Denny's write this down.
Okay.
Who am I actually talking about? Reginald Dwight.
You could have been talking about the DJ here locally, Reggie D.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. You're right. He was not one of the options. Okay. What do you think, Virginia? What'd you put down, A, B, or C?
I put C, Elton John.
Okay. What did you get, Denny's?
I also put C, Elton John.
Okay. You both are correct. That is right. That's the way to go with that. Yeah, that's Elton John's real name, Reginald Dwight. Okay. What about Mark Sinclair? Am I talking about A, Vin Diesel, B, Jason Statham, or C, Dave Bautista? What is the name you know them by? Mark Sinclair. Is it A, B, or C? What do you think on that, Denny's?
I went A, Vin Diesel.
What do you think, Virginia?
I went B.
One of you is correct. It's Denny's. It's Vin Diesel.
All right.
Vin Diesel is Mark Sinclair.
I didn't think Vin Diesel was his Christian name.
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel. Ugh, he does not do it for
I
me.
know. You don't love him.
Ugh.
Okay. What about Navadius Wilburn? Navadius Wilburn. Are we talking about Offset, Metro Boomin, or Future? Navadius Wilburn. Do you know who that might be? A, B, or C? Who am I talking about there? What do you think, Virginia?
I'm going to go C, but I don't know.
Oh, man. I also don't know, but I went A, Offset.
One of you is correct. It is Future. Okay. That was the tricky. Virginia ties it up. Okay, next up. Aubrey Graham is really A, J. Cole, B, Drake, or C, Travis Scott?
All right, I know this one.
Denny's, what are you putting? A, B, or C for Aubrey Graham?
I'll put Drake, right? B.
Virginia?
It is Drake.
It is Drake, yep. Okay, both get a point on that, tied at 3. Okay, tell me when I say Paul Hewson, who am I talking about? Is that Sting, A, B, Bono, or C, Adam Clayton? What do you think on that, Virginia?
Say it again. What's the name?
Paul Hewson. Paul Hewson. Is that A, Sting, B, Bono, or C, Adam Clayton? The bass player, I believe it is, for you two. What do you think, A, B, or C?
What about The Edge?
Nope. The Edge.
I'm going B.
Gonna go Bono? What do you think, Denny's?
I went Sting.
No, he's Gordon Sumner or something.
Gordon Sumner.
Oh, is that it?
Paul Hewson is Bono.
Is it? Darn it.
Virginia takes the
I
edge.
knew Sting had a kind of like a lame name. No offense to Gordon's out there.
Does it sting when I beat you, Denny's?
Are we tied or what is it?
It is Virginia up 4-3. If I say Eric Marlon Bishop, am I talking about Martin Lawrence, Jamie Foxx, or Chris Tucker? Eric Marlon Bishop. Who is that? A, B, or C? What do you think, Virginia?
I'm going to go C.
Chris Tucker. Denny's.
I went B, Jamie Foxx.
You're right. It's all tied.
I thought
it's
I
a
heard
battle.
That. Thought I heard that before.
Okay.
You got to beat me for Jaybird.
Yes.
Because he's not feeling well today. He would love to hear that you beat me.
Yeah.
Okay, for the win here. Who is Peter Hernandez? Is that A, Bruno Mars, B, Bad Bunny, or C, Pitbull?
What's the real name?
Peter Hernandez. Is that going to be Bruno Mars, Bad Bunny, or Pitbull? Peter Hernandez.
This is so hard.
This is so hard.
Okay, Denny's, what do you think for the win? Is it A, B, or C?
I picked Bad Bunny. I went B only because of the relevancy.
He goes Bad Bunny. Virginia.
I mean, that's the one I think it's not. I'm between A and C. I'll go A.
It is Bruno Mars. Virginia gets the win.
That's his real name?
His real name is Peter Hernandez. That is Bruno Mars.
Wow, good job, Virginia.
Yeah, good job for Bruno Mars switching his name, too.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Good plan. We got some fun things going to be happening in South Florida this weekend. I know we've got the Olympics kicking off tonight. You got the Super Bowl on Sunday, but you got some fun things like the Pizza Fest that is going to be going on at Esplanade Park in Fort Lauderdale Saturday and Sunday. You can go and check that out. They got a lot of local pizzerias that are going to be out there for you to go and see.
That could be fun as long as all the pizzerias have their own oven. That's the logistic part of that that's really tricky. Everybody's got to have their own oven because pizza, to me, it has a little shelf life of freshness. I want to eat my pizza within the first 5 minutes of when it was cooked.
Well, you can go out there and find out if they do or not. You got some Pizza Craft Pizzeria out there. Unico is going to be there. Luna Rosa, Cucina Rustica is going to be there. Beach Club Pizza, they got a list of about 10 or 15 places. So
I love it.
Yeah, be interested to see how that is. On Saturday, you got the Wellington Classic Brew Fest happening at the Wellington Town Center. If you love your craft beer, go and check that out. They're doing a Bacon Burger and Beer Festival at Causeway Cove Marina in Fort Pierce. And for the kids, Manatee Fest is going to be going down tomorrow afternoon at Manatee Lagoon in West Palm Beach.
I love the Manatee Lagoon.
Mm-hmm. Plus, plenty of Super Bowl watch parties like Dare Nightclub, Margaritaville Beach Resort, The Wharf in Fort Lauderdale, Throw Social in Delray, Tin Roof, Crazy Uncle Mike's, and E.R. Bradley's in West Palm. So you got a lot of places to go check that out as well. And you got Polo this weekend happening on Sunday, and then the Green Market's going to be back on the West Palm Beach waterfront. So.
Ooh, this is perfect weather for Polo and Green Market.
Mm-hmm. Some feel-good Fridays. One says, my company recognizes the day after the Super Bowl as a holiday, so we have Monday off.
Now, that's how you do it right.
Nice. Okay.
All the Patriots fans and the Seahawks fans are so grateful for that.
Yeah, that'd be lovely. I love that they do that. I still don't get why we're not bumping it to Saturday. I got my own feelings on that. We bring it up every year. We didn't this year, but it'd be great if we did.
We should be moving it to a Saturday night because everybody wants to stay up and party.
Yep. Another Feel Good Friday. I passed my CPC exam. I'm certified in medical billing and coding. Congrats on that. And also Fabulous Feet Dance Center competition. Their team out of Stewart has got their first competition of the year this weekend in Lakeland.
Get it.
So good luck, girls.
Oh, adorable.
Yeah, that's great. They say the talents including my Piper. So there you go. Best of luck, Piper, and all the girls out there. All right, Jaybird is out today, so we got Denny's going to be standing in here. We got to get that perspective, and he's going to close us out with his thought for the day before we get to the ATS. All right, what you got for us today, Big D?
All right, we talked a little bit about mental health today.
Yes, we did, yes.
All right, becoming strong does not start in the gym. It starts in the head.
Damn, that's true.
Yeah, baby.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.